Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for August 14th. We're looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair first. This pair created an inside bar on Friday. It opened pretty much where it closed. It's had very thin days as far as open to close. That can be an indication of a breakout, especially if there are 3 or 4 days in a row. We do have 3 so far, so we'll see how this next session ends up. All right, now looking at where this pair could potentially go up to 77.38, possibly down to 76.12. Look for some resistance around 77.25 and look for some support around 76.25. All right, now the Euro USD pair. This pair closed up just by a little bit, did create an inside bar. We are looking for it to continue moving sideways, possibly going as high as 143.90, possibly as low as 140.62. Look for some resistance around 143.25 and look for some support around 141.50. All right, let's take a look at the pound US dollar pair. This pair closed up on Friday, has created a swing trade opportunity. We are looking for this pair to potentially go as high as 164.24, possibly as low as 160.96. Look for some resistance around 163.37 and look for some support around 161.50. Now the U.S. Swiss, this pair gapped up about 57 pips. We are looking for that to retrace. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 0.7997, possibly as low as 0.7484. Look for some resistance around 0.7983 and look for some support around 0.7600. All right, now as far as news analysis go, we have the Japanese releasing their gross domestic product for the second quarter, being released at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time today. Consensus on that is that it has gone up from a negative 0.9% to a negative 0.6%. Year to date, they're showing an increase as well from negative 3.5% to negative 2.5%. So possibly good news for the Japanese yen. Now we do have the Australian Reserve Bank releasing their minutes from their last board meeting. That is tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Most of the time, minutes being released has no effect to the market as the news has already been released as far as the hard numbers. All right, now what am I looking for during this next session? Well, we have several things I'm looking for. First off, the U.S.-Japanese yen pair has created a swing trade, an inside bar on Friday. I will look for a breakout of that. To the upside, we have this area that's about 10 pips up from it. Do be aware of that you could see some resistance kick in at that point, but basically looking for it to go a little bit higher, a little bit further up, about 30 pips or so, from 77.19 to 77.50 mark. To the downside, however, we don't have a clear indication of where it's going. However, looking to short, there we go. Looking to short around the 76.29 mark and grabbing 30 pips to the downside right around that 2600 mark. You do have to be wary of those 0-0 lines, and it will come down to that one because there it can find some areas of support there. If you notice here, we've touched that area before. If we've seen it now 1, 2, 3 times. If we get a break to the downside, it should be a good one. However, I am looking to just grab 30 pips on this one. Now, the Euro USD, looking for a breakout in this pair as well. We do have an inside bar. It's just a pip or two off the high on that one. I do believe it, if we're going to get one to break, it probably would be to the high, not the low. I am looking for it to come up at least about 28 pips. You do have to be aware of the 0-0 mark, about 8 pips up from entry. So if you want to hold off and wait and see if it will push through that area, that may be a wise thing to do, and just move your area up a little bit from where you enter as far as profit, looking to grab about 30 off that one. Now the pound US dollar pair, last one we're looking at today, we have a swing trade opportunity that has been created over the past 3 sessions, these 3 sessions here, looking for it to break to the upside and potentially grabbing some pips off of it. Basically looking to go long a little bit above the 16300 mark, probably around 16303 basically, and then looking to grab about 25 pips to the upside. Hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.